Go. Put that there. Alright, we've got Lemmy online, and then we'll get going. I sent him an invite on PSN. He should be able to join through that. He'll be alright. Got a few minutes anyway. Wonderful. It'll be on showing on my PSN, wouldn't it? He's not on it yet. That's fine. It's weird, some people are showing and then they're not showing, because that happened to Humph earlier. He showed for like a minute and he went off the list. That was weird. Lemmy's on. He should be able to join now. Right, then we'll get going as soon as he is joined. It's all good. Oh, well, that paddock chat is packed today. What's up, Jens? Did you enjoy the game yesterday? They can ready up now. My word. Can you guys ready up? Yeah, Callum, that would have been a big mistake if you did that. Yeah. Jens is not wrong in the chat. Yeah, we kind of need everyone to ready up so we can get going here. Come on, guys. You want to race? I think we just need actually one more and then we get the 30-second timer. There we go. There we go. Right, perfect. Jens, you're not always right, but sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong. It's just simple as that. Well, you've got an interesting race then. Right, I'm just going to allow this to load, and obviously some adverts are coming on, so you guys can wait a minute or two. You guys are going to pick your allocation. What allocation? Interesting. The allocation that could actually play a part in today's race. It can always do that though. The people are scared. Ah. Oh no. Why is the stream replay not working on my screen? Anyway, so good evening and welcome back to CLR Friday round 18 from the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City. It's elevated 2,285 meters or 7,500 feet above sea level. This is the highest track in F1, and it may provide the highest of highs for Humph tonight, as it's his next chance to seal the Drivers' Championship. He needs to avoid being outscored by MJB and Hobnob by 16, 17 points respectively. That's a good chance of him getting it today. Meanwhile, that constructors fight will go to the wire, with 4 points separating Williams and Mercedes. So who can make the difference at such a testing and difficult track? Because it is such a difficult track, this Mexico City circuit. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? If you're in the chat, let's do the gap to leader. That'll do. I hope everyone has had a good week. Dry session says Williams Weather headquarters, according to Jens. Yeah. Around this track, you would want it to be dry because it's already chaotic anyway. But yeah, it should be an interesting event. I mean, we're gonna have an 18-minute quali session, and then we've got 36 laps of racing around this very interesting track. I mean, there's going to be plenty of overtaking opportunities, but also plenty of opportunities for mistakes, especially in those S's. Because to be honest, this is a track, well, my opinion on it, I mean, it's a very difficult testing circuit, but you've got a lot of chances to overtake, and I do remember it for very good reasons. I'm going to have to self-glaze myself, but I did win a race here a few seasons ago. But let's go on board with Lemmy, who is another race winner around this circuit, the CLR Season 3 Friday. He won there, and he also had a good chance on the Thursday in that season as well, but I was there to take the win off him. Anyway, let's go to turn 1 with Lemmy. So, the right-hander into turn 1. Looks pretty calm from Lemmy. Got to absolutely yeet it over that curb, the second curb, and then that curb immediately after. He gets the overtake on. It looked very calm into turn 1 for Lemmy, let's just say. But let's now go down into turn 4. That's going to be an overtaking spot, turn 4. We've got a bit of a difficult section here. We've got the double apex corner of turn 6 here. And a bit of a slidey from Lemmy, as always, the Drift Master demonstrating. But nice fast sweeping section from Lemmy. Took the curbs quite nicely there, didn't overdo it. As a bit of a front look up from Lemmy. That's another one of his nicknames, Look Up Lemmy. But then we go through this stadium section where the fans will be absolutely cheering their heroes. And here comes the Retro Poster. Lemmy gets out of the corner quite well. Doesn't spin off like Lance Stroll. Goes 15.9 for his first lap. So let's just say a nice lap time to start. I don't know what the best lap is. Hump has invalidated as we have Ricardo completing a lap. Is this going to be a P1 for Ricardo? Across the line, he does, 15.0. And I think it looks like pole going to be in the 13s or something, or maybe the 14s. I'm not really sure around here. Let's watch onboards with the championship leader. He has a chance to be champion today. So he needs to avoid being outscored by 16 points, MJB, and 17 Hobnob. So it will be interesting to see if he can avoid the outscore. Obviously, he missed yesterday's Thursday race because he was not very well. Hopefully he's better because he wants to take that championship. I think the championship will make him better. Let's see. Hopefully he'll be up for it tonight. It'll be an interesting event. Do I think he's going to do it today? To be fair, the stats are in his favour. I mean, Saudi Arabia, they need to avoid being outscored by 2 points, but it's 16-17. I think he's got a really solid chance of getting it today. Just one of those consistent drives are needed, and he'll be able to get this title. Let's now see as he gets out of the Retro Posta. Overtake now to the line is into the 14.4s, so that is a decent lap time. We've got a Haas car that is, the renamed driver, Neon or Goober Banana Pants. He's been renaming himself a lot of times. Now he's known as Andrew. Let's see what Andrew can do then. He's on the mediums, taking this first corners quite nicely. I think for him, he'll want to get some high points here, because Bahrain, he was disappointed in not getting those high points. But of course, he's always got a chance of it. He can trust, and maybe a name change will propel him to higher points, such as, that team that renames themselves every year. We go, the driver in the team that renames themselves every year, Finsick in the RB car. Obviously, they're now known as V car because they renamed themselves again. They're just rebranded as always. But he goes P1, so yeah, very nice lap. Jens goes P3. I missed that. Karuma flashed. No, let me flash it up as a lap improvement. He goes P5. I'm going to go on board with the Ferrari. He's finished the lap MJB. Is this going to be provisional pole? It is P4, so a 14.7 for the Dutchman. That's a competitive lap. He'll be expecting pole probably, but for his first lap, that's never bad. Just to get a time on the board. Hump's getting a massive slipstream from Hobnob. Not Hobnob, that is Andrew, and he went P8. Actually, Karuma has improved his lap time. He's on the mediums. He's gone into the 15.3s. That's P6 on the medium. Very nice lap time. Some guys trying the mediums out. I mean, fair enough. Right, let's go on board with Bjorn then. So, he's back from his race ban. Last week he was out, obviously, because he reached the penalty points limit. It goes P3 with that lap in the Alpine. Bjorn, a very nice, he's a very nice guy, of course. And he drives very nice as well. As Hobnob goes P1, 14.0. So that's a strong lap from him. He wants to put his presence, he wants to make his presence known. I'm just looking in the chat. Max, good to have you in the chat. George Glazer FC2. Yeah, I'm going to be glazing some people today. Right, this is the guy I want to glaze much today, Reggie, because it's his final. I think this will be his final race of the Friday tier, and he goes P2. Nice lap. That's a nice lap from Reggie. I mean, he's got his exams, and obviously he's going to be sitting out the last 2 races to focus on his exams. And fair enough. I mean, like, everyone has to focus on their exams. And good luck to everyone who are doing exams, especially Reggie. But everyone who's doing exams this year, and everyone's got deadlines and stuff, focus on them. Reggie is putting a nice lap for P2 there. Hopefully he has a very nice race to finish on. I mean, he was a very good teammate for me, a very good mate of mine in the Thursday tier. So, yeah, hopefully he has a very strong race today. Callum crossed the line. These are validated. I mean, that looked like it was a 19.5, so that was a cool down. After invalidated, he aborted it. Got all the battery back for his next lap. Let's go on board with the Williams driver. He'll be wanting to continue as well as Jens to keep that constructors lead over Mercedes. The challenge is going to be high. I mean, obviously they've got the championship leader who has a massive lead, and obviously Ricciardo, who's been chipping away at getting those points as well. And obviously one big points haul might do it for someone today. Not today, but maybe it might overall. So let's see. I mean, Williams had a big point haul in Baku. It was Callum winning the race and Jens getting into P5. So that was a very big haul. It was about 36 points, I believe. And Mercedes didn't get any on that day. So who would get that big points haul? That's really to be decided. Or if they're just going to keep chipping at each other, both teams stay consistent, maybe they'll be level into the final day. Callum's going to cross the line now, and that's P8. So he's ahead of Ricciardo. So we've got a Mercedes, then the Williams, and a Merc. So at the moment, it's pretty equal. They're on par together. Just want to see. Looks like Lemmy has just started that. So let's follow him again. Good to see Lemmy racing. This is one of his favourite tracks, I believe. He has driven very well around here, Lemmy. From what my experience of racing him, he's always been quite strong at Mexico. And maybe he doesn't like the track, but he's been strong here. So let's see what he can do. Obviously, it looks like he's pushing much harder on this lap. The first lap was obviously a banker sighter to see what you can do. Double apex corner. Now you want to either hug the inside or just let it drift out and take it as such. He's taking this section very nicely, Lemmy. He's using the curbs to the utmost. Let's now see his sector split. It's about 2 tenths up. Let's see where that time is. Maybe the final sector then. Tap of overtake then into turn number 13, 14, 15. And then we go to 16, which is now the Reto Posta. Gets a nice exit there, Lemmy. Let's see what his lap is. So he goes P10. He's found about half a second on that lap. So yeah, P10 at the moment. I believe there is... Finsick is on the lap, and he does go into the 13s. So he sets a 13.999. So that's a decent lap time from Finsick. The V-carb is back on top. So that's a nice lap time. Pole's definitely in the 13s then. So let's see who would be able to improve that. Maybe he'll improve in it later. He's still got a lot of time to get back to the pits. Ricciardo does cross the line now, goes P7, but 6 tenths off the pace. So that's a nice lap. Yeah, very nice indeed. I wouldn't really advise weaving on the straight with your DRS open, but yeah, fair enough, Ricciardo. Nice lap time. He's celebrating the lap, maybe. Callum's actually doing another lap nose into the pit lane, and he's going to get new boots. Karuma then, he's found about 4 tenths. He's gone onto the soft tyre now after his first run on the mediums. He's been finding time and pace recently. I mean, he's been competitive in the last few races for those points. He goes P8, and that's a nice lap as well. So it's very close around here, because you've got Karuma and Ricciardo ahead of the likes of MJB, Callum and Lemmy, who you'd probably expect to be higher, but they're not. They're not. So we've got Lemmy then. Another lap, because it looks like Ricciardo's probably going to be coming in. Bit of a mistake out of turn 3 by Lemmy. He's just a bit late on the traction. Delayed traction and inputs. Turn 4 now, turn 3. Looks quite calm onto the curb. Took a bit too much of the inside there. Now onto turn 6, hugs the inside. Uses the full extremities on the exit of 6. Swoops into 7, 8, and now into 9. Bit of a straight sector before we turn right for 10. And oh, that's close to a spin and he is invalidated. And that was a marginal, but he would have lost time anyway going a bit on the limit. It's a track where if you go on slightly over the limit, it could be quite disastrous. And well, Lemmy still has time. Maybe new tyres could do the job. We've got his teammate then, and his teammate has backed out. I believe he was on a lap, and he has decided to not proceed with that lap. So Yaz is just actually getting the ERS back, to be fair. He'll be able to go straight away. We'll cut to Ricardo. He's not on a lap either. So everyone's just preparing then for the final runs, because you've got his teammates behind on the track as well. We'll keep our eye on Ricardo. Is he going to go for another lap, or is he going to box? And then we'll cut back to Yaz. Mexico is an interesting circuit. I mean, a lot can happen here. I will go into more details in a moment. We're going to watch this lap on board with Ricardo. Let's stay with the TV camera. The onboard TV camera. Now going to turn 1, that right-hander. Yes, he takes the curb. Needs to take this one. Yeah, he has taken it quite a lot. Which is fair enough. The turn 3 curb is one where you'd probably miss the apex if you use it too much. Turn 4, nicely done. 5, it's half around by Ricardo, and he's lost the rear end there. So that's a lap ruined. He's backed out of that one. Let's now continue that on board with Yaz. Well, we're not going to continue with Yaz because he's also backed out again. So maybe some errors creeping in. Let's watch with the championship leader taking turn 6 very aggressively on those curbs. 5th into this corner. Whoa, slightly wide. Yep, that's invalid. He was beyond the line there. So that's another invalidation. Always a risk of invalidating around here. I mean, he's probably got fuel. Yeah, could do a cooldown if he's not got enough ERS. He's going to go again then, Ricardo. Lemmy's low on fuel, but he's going for a lap. He's ahead, so on the track, so let's keep our eyes on him. This will probably be his last lap. And let's getting a bit drifty out there. Well, more drifty than usual. Turn 5. Oh, he got nearly beached on that curve. There's always a risk of that. Admittedly, more of a risk on the old game than this game. Lemmy has retired from the session. And yeah, Ricardo spins again. So that's on the grass then of turn 5. Yeah. Grass on the entry of turn 5. So obviously not the best scenario for him. Yaz is backing off again. It feels like I'm a broken record saying the same things. But now we have MJB awaiting to get on the... awaiting the lap. We're going to see his lap soon. Sorry about that, guys. Just I needed to keep my eye on Discord for a moment. But now we're going to start following the final laps. We've got MJB on the lap then. So let's begin with the guy currently in 2nd in the championship, the Dutchman. And he's got a good chance of the Thursday championship. But Friday is a bit of a big ask. But there's always possibilities. So let's go into turn 1 with MJB. Uses the curb, but not as much into turn 2 as others. Runs wide out of turn 3. That's actually good use of the track. And now we go towards turn 4, the left-hander. 100 metres board, just before the 50 metres board, he brakes. And then he swoops into 5. You can see his wheel inputs there. Very strong turn in. 3rd gear through there. Let's now see if he's going to drop into 5th gear. Yes. Uses the curb enough. As we now, it's looking like a very solid lap by MJB. Uses the curbs through those corners. There's really a risk of spinning out there. 6 temps up. 6 temps up. Has he got to find at least a temp or 2 in the final sector for a provisional pole? Looks slightly. Now goes over that curb of 15, 16. the Retro Potter. Is this going to be pole position for MJB? The guy who you would associate with pole is on the front row. So that's P2. We've got Yaz next. Yaz goes P12. And Andrew next. Hobnob doesn't improve. The next driver is going to be Andrew, yes. Andrew across the line goes P10. Karuma's behind, but we've got Finsick just ahead, and he's 8 thousandths up on his lap time. He's going to extend on that pole position. We've got Reggie just behind as well. Finsick doesn't improve. Reg improves his lap, is P5 still. And we've got Jens on his lap now, goes P7. I saw Callum flashed up. I think he went higher. We will see on the results screen. Jens is P8. Now we are going to see the Callum lap P4. Very tight in that top 6. But we've got Finsick taking pole. He was the only one who's getting the 13s. We've got MJB on the front row. Hobnob P3. P4 for Callum. Beyond P5. 6 for Reggie. Good quality by Alpine. 7th for Humph. 8th for Jens. Ricardo 9th. Merckx and Williams together there. 7th, 8th, 9th. 10th for Karuma. 11th for Neon or Andrew or Give Banana Pants. Whatever his name is. Lemmy 12th. And Yaz 13th. So that's your grid for the race. Yeah, that was an interesting qualifier. Interesting qualifying session indeed. We are going to have a little break whilst the drivers obviously get their setups ready for the race. It was close for the pole position. Hobnob and MJB being the main challengers. And we'll be back in a moment. Right then. Reggie sold me beautiful lap. He sent me a DM. Reggie. Oh, they're talking in chat. Oh my word. Some of the things they're saying. Nuts. So, it should be an interesting race then. There's going to be a lot of challenges at the front, for sure. Always is. Obviously, attendance has dropped off recently, but that's fair enough because we're approaching the end of the season and new game cycle soon. It will be interesting, obviously. It will be interesting to see what these drivers will decide on strategy. I will read out my preferred strategy in a bit. So yeah, I do have some talking points here. Well, about Callum's one of his races here, because he was a spin master and he had a 53-second penalty in a 100% race around here. That was nuts. Souls has dropped out, by the way. He will not be racing. And I will be glazing myself in a bit. But now let's get into some track stats as the drivers have readied up now. Right, telemetry stays off for the race. Interval, tyres. So, we've got top 10 on mediums, and then we've got Andrew on the softs. Soft tyres, really? And then we've got hards for both Sauber, so Lemmy and Yaz taking the hard tyres at the start. Fair enough from last. Right, so we've got some track stats here to speed up the formation lap. So we have 17 corners around Mexico, 7 left-handers and 10 right-handers from what I've counted. We have 3 DRS straights, obviously one on that long pit straight, one on the straight we just saw, and then we have one on the 11 to 12 straight, 3 DRS zones. Overtaking spots will be into turn 1, turn 4 and turn 12. Safety car risk, I would say medium round here. I would not say it's a low risk, because this track can throw something. It's always a risk of a spin, someone maybe hitting you behind and causing a safety car. Strategy, mediums to hards, or hard to mediums, I would say. I wouldn't say the soft round here, but if you can make them work, they'll work. CLR Mexico winners. Evan won in Season 1. Season 3 Thursday, I won the race. Lemmy won Season 3 Friday, and Season 4 Thursday, Hump won the race. Circuit length is 4.304 kilometres, 3.674 miles, 36 laps ahead of us. Prediction time. Race winner. I think the winner today is going to be Hobnob, and P2, I'm going to say Finsick. P3, I'm going to go with, let's say Reggie. Why not? Reggie. Anyway, they're all lining up now for the race here at Mexico. All drivers are getting into position. Good luck to all drivers, of course. It should be an interesting race here. Let's wait for the 5 lights. Because we've now got the short waits before we see the first light, and the second, the third, the fourth, the 5th lights. And it's going Mexico. And Finsick got away quite decently, but MJB gets away good as always. Will he be side by side? We're going to see the effect of the slipstream in a bit as Finsick covers around the inside. And we see a move from someone behind. We see Hobnob now on the outside. And it's going to be MJB on the inside. Dive bomb. Finsick covered that. And he holds the lead. Around the outside goes Hobnob. Looks like MJB got an exit of Finsick. And he's going to be in the lead at the moment. But Finsick will deploy. We're going to go side by side into turn 4. No one lost it there in the first lap. Finsick, assertive defending there, keeps the place. More side-by-sides behind. Oh, there's a Williams and a Mert making contact. It looks like Ricciardo and Jens are going side-by-side on the first lap. It could be important for the constructors. Look back at the season. Ricciardo's going to hold it in there. On the inside then of turn 7. Jens on the outside. Jens, beautiful move. He's got the place. So P8. Looks like Reg has dropped a place. Humph into the top 4. At the moment. This will be enough for the title as Hobnob goes on the outside, and Humph is looking at his championship rival, a bit of a bang, and it's going to allow Humph through. So Humph is now into P3, but they are going through each other, so who's going to have the position really? We'll have to find out. Anyway, Finsick holds the lead, and Humph is into the top 3. However, Hobnob will be looking for this move to try and keep this fight on. Hobnob back into P3, isn't it? But Humph is going around to hold it on the inside. As Hobnob goes on the outside into turn 3. They'll remain side by side into 4, won't they? Look who's trying to join the party then, Callum. Will he get involved? Well, Hobnob is back into P3. Humph is keeping P4. So, no real change there. The Silver Fox will want to look at Callum. Let's have a look at position change then, and this start. Position change. So Humph has gained 3, with Callum, Bjorn and Reggie losing 1, and as well as Neon or Andrew gaining 2 places. Ricardo down 1, and Karuma down 1. No more change. Right, let's put the tyres back up. So a nice gap for Finsick, nearly a second already. It was peaking around 9 tenths. However, the DRS is now open, so it's going to offset a bit as he breaks the toe. MJB is going to get his DRS open as Finsick comes back to the racing line. It's a very good start from Finsick. He's very fast. Will the Silver Fox look at Callum then into turn 1? The Silver Fox trying to force a move. The Silver Fox did not get that move, but he was looking at it for sure. So it looks like everyone is in the train still, so it's great stuff. The field is very close here at the moment. Back to the front of the train. So we have MJB is starting to catch up with it. DRS is helping. Well, is Finsick struggling a bit? Well, no, his ERS is about half, so it's not bad. I know it can drain quite quickly around here. It's difficult to regen. But it looks like the train might be starting to break with the soft tyres maybe starting to fall off for Andrew. And there we go, MJB. So, what would you say is a chance for a move here in Mexico, the main straight? I would say, well, MJB is definitely going to get it here. I'd say 6 temps, 7 temps, there's a chance of a move if you deploy accordingly. There's more fighting at the back, but we focus on the move for P1. That is MJB into P1. We see a move for P7. Jens is ahead of Reggie. More fighting behind. And oh my word! It looked like it was 3-4 wide down the straight. Lemmy gaining places. A bit of a scruffy fight, and Lemmy has spun. So that is a spin for Lemmy. He's lost out of turn 3. Maybe contact with another car. But that fight is looking really tight as Yaz goes through on Ricardo. So that's a move for P11. Ricardo's lost places. Still continue to lose places. Oh, Bjorn spun. Bjorn spun. So he's into P8 now. So that is a big moment for the Silver Fox. He's lost his rear end of the car. So that is, well, I'd assume. I didn't see exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Karuma is into P9. He's doing quite well here for P9. Nice move there on Andrew. I think his tyres are falling off. Right, as MJB breaks the toe, will Finsick look for a move? I think he will be going for that P1, and he is back into the lead. So Finsick retakes the lead. Hump is looking at into turn 1. Forces a move from Hobnob. Was that a fake move to try and get Hobnob to get a move on? He looked at it, definitely. No questions about it. They're still scrapping away for this P9. I saw some front wing flying off. I'm not sure whose front wing that was. Maybe someone. That's a good answer. Yeah, it's him, Andrew. Oh, there's a Sauber gone straight on. No, that's not a 10-second. That can't be a 10-second. He's gone straight on. It's giving him a 10-second. No, that's not 10 seconds in my opinion. He just gave the place back. That's that, isn't it? He's got a 10-second penalty he has for corner cutting. Oh, big slide for Finsick then. Big slide. Trying to push as much as he can. This train is going quite fast. There's a bit of gaps building in the train. About 8 temps now between MJB and Hobnob. As we're going to see switch for the lead, aren't we? So MJB, DRS opens up. He now goes on the inside into turn number 1. That's a move. Humph was looking at Hobnob. It didn't happen. It just wasn't open for him at this opportunity. Callum's back in it, the train. Jens as well, 5th and 6th for the moment for Williams. That's outscoring Mercedes as it stands. Beyond his back, I mean, he had this moment. I'm not sure if he lost it. Contact with another car, maybe. It's a possibility, but he's back in the train. Reggie is P8 at the minute. These guys just got to stick with the train and see where they're going to end up. But the top 8 are in the train still. I mean, we've got about 7-second gap to P9. The gap's starting to open up from the top 8 down. So we've got Ricardo, who's currently running 10th, and Karuma, who's running P9. So those points are going to be handy for Mercedes. Of course they are. All the points matter at this stage of the season. Right, we're going to go back onto the straight. MJB nearly broke a second. Finsick will get the DRS. But it doesn't look like he's going to get the move. I mean, 9 temps is too much. I would say the 6 temps figure is fair enough on that straight. You'd need 6 temps for a move at least. 6-7 maybe, if you use the ERS a bit. But yeah, now let's continue watching on board with these guys. The Silver Fox then, well, his teammate has dropped out of the train momentarily, I think because they're going to... It reminds me of Silverstone yesterday, because the DRS was helping the guys ahead of me, but because they're all bunching up in the corners, it allowed me to get back into the DRS. Maybe that will be the case for Reggie. He'll be able to hold on to the DRS because they're all bunching up, because obviously they're close to each other in the corners. And yeah, he's back into DRS, 7 tenths now. So, yep, the Silver Fox looked like he's getting for a move then. Down to turn 12, wiggles into the braking zone, and he's ahead into P6. Apologies, my throat's getting quite dry early on. But Silver Fox has gained in place on Jens. So that's a nice move for Bjorn. He wants to get back onto Callum soon. We're going to see move then. Humph is looking at it. There's going to be maybe MGB losing 3 places. We're going to keep our eyes on this fight into turn 1. Humph is going through, isn't he? Hobnob holds it, and he always received a 3-second penalty. Humph, sorry. Track limits early on, lap 8. He's got a 3-second penalty. So maybe didn't have enough room through there. There was racing obviously through that corner, but that's allowed Fintic to get a 1-second gap. Obviously with their little kerfuffle. Although you'd expect Hobnob to push on through these corners now and get back into that second. And yes, he is back within that second, even though it might not be the best for his DRS number, but the DRS is much more important. Just took my eye off the racing for a minute, but we still are fighting P5 then for the Silver Fox. It looked like they were going off track together on that straight, but the Silver Fox then is into P5. He has forced his way through. A nice move for Bjorn in the Alpine. DRS is going to open up then. And yeah, he's put himself back where he needs to be. So you got an Alpine bun and Williams patty. No, Williams beef, let's just say. I'm getting a bit mucked up. We see changes for position. And that is for P11 because Yaz is ahead of Lemmy. Sauber currently scoring the penultimate and final position in this race at the minute for points. We got Andrew on the hards. That soft didn't work, let's just say. I would never have advised the softs for anyone around this track. Unless you've got a safety car. You're about 4 or 5 laps to go. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah. Oh, there's more of this. MJ. To be honest, just gone flying off the track. Blimey, he's mishap that. As Humph is trying to get past as well. Oh, he's gone spinning, the Silver Fox, because of contact with Callum. Yeah, the Silver Fox has spun round. Jens is in the pit lane immediately. I think he might have taken wing damage. No front wing. It's just the hard tyres are coming on then for Jens. We see a move for P5. It's Reggie. Reggie getting ahead of Callum. So the trainer's broken up slightly because of that contact. A bit of bunching up. And one guy goes spinning round as a result. Beyond is in the pit lane immediately. And he goes onto the hard tyres. Right, Fintic. This is a train of 4 then. For now at least. So that is Fintic leading. And you've got Hobnob. Humph. Humph is P4 actually. He's not in the DRS. He has got damage actually, Humph. That's always a risk around here. So MJB... well, MJB and Hobnob will be smiling a little bit. Because they might have a chance to get these points, well, enough points at least to outscore Humph maybe for another round. 16 and 17 is a big ask, but it's doable. I think Hobnob wants them to switch. I think he may have run out of ERS. But now we see Callum in the pit lane. Hard tyres are waiting. So the pit stops have started already. Humph has a wing change. No, that's fair enough. Jens is going to be ahead of both of them. So Jens triggered the early pit stops. Bjorn has lost a heck of a lot of time. He's lost a lot of time, unfortunately. He's still in this race, though. Oh, a move for P6. Lemmy on the inside into turn 4. Karuma is looking to fight around the outside into turn 5. Yeah, Karuma did back off there. That was right, because that would have been too late of a fight back, really. Lemmy owned the corner. But anyway, this fight will continue then. Will Karuma make a move on this straight? He's lost about 6 attempts, so it's just hard tyres against medium tyres now. The wear is kicking in, 10 lap old mediums. I think the 10, I'd rather have the hard tyres on for 10 laps than the mediums for 10 laps, especially around here. He's struggling, Karuma, with the rear of that car. See another pit stop here, Reggie. We're going to see hard tyres waiting. So it's the time for him to pit and focus on sticking with those guys, his fight, which are with the Williams cars, and Humph now, you could say, potentially. Well, Humph, yeah, because he's going to be ahead of him. He's going to be just behind Callum. And Reggie will just have to stick in there. Try and stay within that second. Humph is about 2.8 seconds off. We will have to work out the championship permutations as we go on here. Obviously, if he is down in that position, obviously there are guys yet to pit, but it's still on. It's still on the cards to be played. Reg just left. Can I re-invite him? I just need to do this. Yeah, he's there. Okay, I've re-invited him. Karuma has received 3 seconds. Fin 6 in. Late call for a pit stop. We're going to see the RB car then get his tyres changed. So 12 laps is enough for those mediums. Has he seen that they are undercutting them behind? Hard to go on. Finsick. Would he be able to get ahead of Jens? He's going to be close. It will be tight. I think maybe he will. No, he won't. He won't be ahead of Jens. Jens has done the undercut. So that's what that strategy was about. Just the undercut. Trying to get ahead. We are missing some action here. The front two now, it's Hobnob and MJB. There's one just struggling with his ERS. Or he's a bit lower than you would think. And MJB is... Well, his ERS... His ERS levels are absolutely crazy. I mean, 100%. That's difficult around here to get. But they will have to react because Finsick has come up behind Jens. Will they want to stay out longer? I'm not sure. I mean, they look like they're going pretty slow at the minute, and I'm sure Jens is going faster with those new tyres. Right, we're going to see this. Will this be the pit lap? It is for Hobnob. MJB will stay out. He's going to use his ERS, isn't he? 10 seconds for speeding. He's got 10 seconds penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's never going to help his race. But now we're going to see the hards go on. Let's see what he can do. Hard tyres go on. He will be behind these guys. He might be behind Reggie as well. Or just ahead, maybe. No, that's Callum. Yeah, he's just ahead of Callum. They're fighting then Karuma and Finsick and Jens. A bit of contact between Finsick and Jens. A bit of teamwork, maybe. That's always a possibility. Jens is ahead of Karuma. So that is a move for Jens. That may have broken things up a bit with Finsick and Jens. Because Finsick's going to have the tyre advantage still. We are going to now watch on board with MJB. I reckon it will be pit stop time. He's going to have to react to that. Absolutely. So MJB now into the pit lane. Will he not get 10 seconds? He doesn't get that penalty. To be fair, that does bring Hump back into it. A bit, you could say. He is still carrying a 3 seconds. Now, there's obviously a chance he could get that removed. But wouldn't anticipate it to be removed. Let's see where MJB comes out. So this is going to be important for that lead battle. So he is coming out behind Hobnob, and he's going to be ahead of Callum. Hump is back in that train. MJB is 2 seconds behind Hobnob. He's lost big time, but he will gain that time back because the Hobnob is carrying a 10-second penalty. Penalty situation. We see 10 seconds for Yaz and Hobnob. 3-second penalties for Humph, Jens, and Karuma. That was actually racing action. Is Reggie back? I hope so. I've sent you an invite, mate. Hopefully you'll be able to take control. We'll now have Lemmy in the lead of the race. He's got his teammate just behind him. And you've got the guys who have pitted already behind them. So this is going to be a new factor in this race. How quickly can they clear Lemmy and Yaz? I mean, that's going to help the leader. Absolutely, it will help the leader. Let's now see what these Saubers will do. How will they defend? How are they going to play it here? Yaz is going to use his DRS to overtake his teammate. And you're going to see Finsick as well use his DRS to overtake both the Saubers then. They're just shooting the apex. I mean, that old tyres are not going to help. It's going to help Jens get back into that second. Finsick, is he going to clear him then? It's going to be a dive bomb, isn't it? It's got to be a move. Going to go on the outside, late braking into turn 4. Overshoots the corner. Jens is looking at this as well. So yeah, Finsick did have to go for that. I'm not surprised he did. It's such an important overtake. As Jens is going to get a switchback then on Yaz, isn't he? No, Yaz is just going to be a roadblock really for Jens at the moment. Fortunately, that plays out well for Finsick because he's got a 1 second advantage. Yaz continues to fight with Jens. Sorry, a bit of a lag. It's on my side. Jens goes on the inside. Yeah, it looks like it's a bit of a hectic fight as Lemmy goes spinning off. A bit of contact with Callum, I think. It looked like contact with Callum. We're now going to overtake with Hobnob. And Lemmy's received a 10 seconds for speeding. We're going to go for a move, aren't we, with Jens? Move for P4. No, move for P3. Jens. Yaz is still defending. Lemmy retires in the pit lane. Jens is still within that second of Hobnob. That's worked well for him. That's a bit of an interesting fight, that. Is Reggie able to rejoin yet? I hope so. Is he online? No, I think he's called it a day. Alright. So Finsick then is in the lead at the moment. Right. MJB is looking at this for P4 on Yaz. Yaz has not pit yet. Oh, that's contact. Callum really wanted it. And he was a bit desperate for it. I mean, was that not the first time we've seen him having contact with other cars so far in this race? He's got a 3 second. He's going to go for a move then on Yaz. It's going to be an easy move for Callum, isn't it? He's just going to use his ERS. Will Yaz have ERS as well to try and hold him up even more? He's on a different strategy. He doesn't have to see it. He's not under blue flags. Callum goes on the inside. Yaz defends that quite easily. Callum gets such a good exit. Oh, there's contact between them two. Yeah, Callum had such a significant exit that maybe the contact has occurred with his side pod, and Yaz has gone spinning round, lost a lot of time with that. I'm not going to put any blame on anyone. Yeah. Finsick continues to lead. He's not got a track limit penalty. Jens is currently P3. It's looking like Mercedes... No, sorry. It's looking like Williams are still on for good points. As things stand, Humph will be driver's champion. Although there is a long way to go in this race. I mean, we're only on lap 18. Still a half race distance to go. These Mexico races just linger with the time. Ricardo's running decently as well. That will be P7. So it looks like Williams, Mercedes, and Williams are... No, Williams and Mercedes are scoring decent points. There's not two Williams teams. Blimey. Anyway, MJB into turn 1 on Jens. It's going to be Humph as well. Looked a bit like a late move under the... Well, a late move, which caused a bit of contact. But Humph has got a place gain on Jens. Will Jens go for a move? It's not looking like it at the minute. No, it doesn't happen. Jens just trying to keep his self intact. Looks like Hobnob is gaining a lot. Looks like he is in position for that on-track P1. It's not going to be P1 though, because he's carrying a 10-second penalty. He's in DRS now, so he has gained all the time on Finsick. He has a 1-lap tyre advantage. I mean, the 1 lap won't mean a whole lot around Mexico. It could mean a lot later, but not in the minute, I would say. Wouldn't think a lap would make a lot of difference. Maybe potentially Jens and that 5 lap difference to MJB could play a part later. As well as Humph, he pitted relatively early as well. It's going to be a move then for Hobnob. It's going to be a move for Hobnob. He's into P1. That's a nice overtake on Finsick. So Finsick has been passed then by the British driver. My throat is getting very dry today. Doesn't normally. But anyway, Humph looking for that P3. Now he's carrying a 3-second penalty. He's just got to drive it in to the end. To be fair, I mean, he is He is on track to be champion. There's not going to be a huge swing towards Williams or Mercedes anyway in the constructors. Because 4th is going to get 14. 7th is going to get 8 points, I believe. We'll look at the points in this league in a minute. I should know. But yeah. So let's have a look in a moment. Hobnob sets the fastest lap. Let's see. We're going to see a switch for P3 then. Humph is into P3. So that is a move for Humph in the Mercedes car. And it's going to be a move for Jens as well. He's got on the inside of MJB. MJB has none of it. He defends it. But will Jens get a really good exit? And look at the inside of turn 4. Not going to be any DRS for MJB. It is going to be DRS for Jens though. Into turn 4. Holds the inside. And he has got the P4. Although at the minute it's looking like that's going to be a podium. Yes, P7 is 8 points. Mercedes now scoring a whole lot. Reggie can he come back into the race? Hopefully. Maybe. He might have just called it a day, obviously, with that disconnect. He's not appearing on my list. Anyway, Finsick is still within the DRS. So at the minute, Mercedes are going to have... It's a 4-point lead for Williams. Mercedes have 24 points at the minute. And 24 for Williams as well. So it's still going to be a 4-point gap as things stand in the Constructors' Championship. Now, obviously, the points are going to mean a lot. Jens is going to be defending from MJB for the remainder of this race, I would assume. Because, well, Jens does have a penalty. But I would assume MJB is going to be probably thinking he's still got a chance of that P3. because Humph has a 3-second penalty. Although it's 1.6 at the moment, it could become 3 seconds. We'll have to see. If Jens continues to fight and they continue to battle, that's still a possibility. Mercedes scoring decent at the minute. Bionna's recovered all right. He's in PA, having a bit of a learning race. Unfortunately for him, I mean, he had a few incidents. He had a spin in turn 9, I believe, with maybe contact with another car. And then into turn 16, he got a bit of a hit from Callum or one of the Williams. I believe it was Callum. We'll have to see what happens after the race. But the Silver Fox, P8. Yaz is currently P11. It's been a difficult day for Sauber. They've lost one car. Sauber with Yaz still in a decent opportunity to get these lower points. Neon currently for P10. It's a possibility he could get higher. I mean, Karuma, the penalty is the same. Yes, they've both got 3 seconds. So Karuma, 9th, got a gap on track. Fair play to him. I mean, Neon's got older tyres, but he's doing quite well, has to be said. MJB is starting to catch up now to Humph. Maybe Humph is struggling a bit. I mean, it's fair enough. You could have struggles, some difficult race perhaps, but he's still going to be champion at the end of the day. Fintic, 0.8 of a second for the lead now. So, yeah, he's still got 13 laps just to stick with Hobnob, really. I mean, Hobnob's got 10 seconds. He will obviously want to win it on track, but the first step is always just being there with the guy who's going to take a 10-second now. I want to see gap to leader. At the minute, everyone up to Jens is going to gain a place on Hobnob because of that 10-second penalty. No, Jens is not, because that's going to be recently on Humph. It might be. That's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on as well. What the change is going to be in the race. There's plenty of penalties. So what are we going to see in the remainder of this race? Well, we are going to see a move for P3. Humph has dropped back. He's now with MJB, and MJB is into the top 3 again. On track now for a P2 at the moment. So MJB, obviously, I don't really know about him in this track. Is this one of his favourites? I'm not really sure. I do remember one race where he had a bit of an incident here with his teammate in turn 1. Oh no, don't even mention that. When Reggie's brakes failed and he hit his teammate. Oh my, that was mental. That race was great. And you know who won that race? I did. Self-glaze, always. But Humph he's not got much pace, has he? Because has he not got DRS? He was 1 second behind. He's still got the DRS. He will probably use his overtake to get this move again. They will switch position. Humph is into P3. Jens is P5 at the minute. As things stand, he is going to be staying in that place. NJB will be promoted. It looks like I think Jens will probably gain a place on Hobnob, but we will have to see the leader gap. Yeah, it's staying the same really at the moment. I think maybe Jens is going to gain a place as a result. I don't think Callum will, because he is A2 behind, but also he's carrying a penalty in as well. Jens may get it. Karuma then. We are now seeing a battle for P11 actually. I know this race has not been obviously most eye-catching. I mean, the battles at the start were very interesting, but the race has just quietened down. Andrew, or better known as Neon, or Goober McBanana Pants, P11, looking for that P10. Now, obviously, who's going to be able to get this? Well, obviously, who's going to get to the end without a penalty, a track limit? That's always an interesting question around Mexico. MJB P3. And that's a decent overtake. Just the DRS assisted pass. It's always handy. He gets a double dose as well. Always a double dose with DRS. That fight, Hump versus Jens, they will be fighting for position because they've got penalties and the MJB doesn't. I mean, they're still fighting on track, but it's not really going to matter with those penalties. If MJB could stay within the track limits, he will be all right for at least the podium. However, Jens might not be. Oh, he's gone really wide there. What a line from Jens. I mean, talk about a freestyle line. He's got absolutely mad off the track there. May as well take that corner flat out, eh? Instead of actually turning, he could just go straight on through the bollards. Karima receives a 3-second penalty. That brings him up to 6. So it's going to benefit Yaz if they can get together, maybe. Although it looks like the gap is not really changing at this stage. Fintic has just got to be about managing because the win is literally in his hands with that 10 seconds for Hobnob. Podium will probably change still. Still a lot of chances of overtakes. We are going to keep our eyes on this leader gap. It's growing now. So Jens, I don't think he's going to get on the podium. Or he's not going to keep that place to Hobnob. So, yeah. Just got to keep with it. Hump receives another penalty. Oh my word, he's really skating. And Jens is going to go through. They go side by side. Hump says no, but Jens gets the position. He doesn't get the position. Nearly did. Hump nearly spinning out. Wow. That's a 6-second time penalty. Unfortunately for Hump, that's going to obviously put him behind Jens at the moment. And he might be behind him on track at the minute. We see a move for the lead. Fintic has decided to take the lead. So he's back into P1 now. Jens is going to open his DRS. Will this be a move? This is for the constructors, obviously. Jens is going to look. No, it's not happening at that stage. It's always a very difficult track. I mean, I could sympathise with them all. With the obviously the difficulty of those fast corners, those S's. It looks like Jens is going on the outside of turn 4 and Hump. Round the outside goes Jens. Would he hold it? Hump keeps the outside line. They're going to continue to go side by side through 5 into 6. Hump brakes slightly later. Bit of contact. Hump a bit deep. But Jens is going to get the place back into turn 7. They're going to remain side by side into 7. Jens will hold the place. So Jens gets the place on Hump. With that nice little sequence of battles through the Mexico corners. Good battling between them two. As Hump tried to defend that nicely. But unfortunately, the defending couldn't really happen. Because Jens had a better exit. Hump went a bit deep out of turn 6. I think Hobnob might want to get this move. They're losing time now. To be fair, for Fintic as well, he'd want to just stick behind him and keep that P1 without much issues. Hump back into P4. He's just past Jens for position. As we're now nearly on lap 30. Lap 29 to 36 here. Jens not looking at that move at the moment. ERS levels, I mean, they're charging 100%, 86, 44. So it looks like Hobnob is using more. Fintic is just managing. It's just fair enough. Callum's just driving around by himself at the minute. Looks like Ricardo's having a nice race. Just keeping his own for P7. Beyond for P8. I mean, he's had a difficult time of it today, but he's still going to get the points. Karima nicely going. Reggie is not going to count, I think, in the results. As Neon goes for new mediums. So it's a 2-stop strategy. He's done soft, hard, medium now. And we're now going to see what he can do for the last few laps. You could get a fastest lap with the mediums, perhaps. That's a possibility. Hobnob remains P1. Finsick is P2. And that 10-second penalty is going to mean a lot. Oh, we're going to be side by side into one again. These two are going at it again. Into two. Humph holds a place. And oh, Jens has gone spinning. Jens has gone spinning. Now, I don't really think that's on anyone. It looked like contact model at first glance. But we obviously will see probably POVs later. I don't really see anything wrong on to be honest, by Hump's side, but maybe we'll see another angle later. Probably one for the FIA, but unfortunately Jens has lost a lot of time to Hump with that. They were absolutely furiously going at it. So to be fair, it's not like that wasn't expected, because they were really going at it in the last few laps. But it has happened. I want to keep an eye now on leader gap. Yeah, it looks like at the minute it's going to be a podium of Finsick, MJB, and Hobnob. So Hobnob's going to lose 2 places. I don't think there's going to be much chance for anyone else to get places. But yeah. So Finsick will keep fighting on. He's going to get that P1 anyway. But a nice little race for him. You know, it's not like he's got to be pushing all the way. You know, sweating his socks out to get the win today. It's like a chill one really, where he could just stick behind the car, manage his way to the end. And obviously, you'd want to get the move at the end, definitely. I mean, who wouldn't? Hobnob does look faster though, has to be said. But Finsick has just been managing much better. He's done a really good job. Just a nice drive. To be fair, those two are the only ones within DRS at the minute. We're not going to stick with them. So Finsick remains within 8 temps. There's only 5 more laps to go. Here in CLR Friday, Mexican Grand Prix. Finsick. Will he get the exit? No, I mean he's a bit too far back. Hobnob with a little slide out of that corner. Nothing significant. Looks like the Williams are now in the train, so yeah, they are going to provide more cars together. Or Williams want to go together maybe, just to fend off maybe the threat of Ricciardo. There might be a chance of a 6 seconds maybe for one of them. That's smart thinking. We're going to see a pit stop for Yaz as well. We're going to see new tyres. It would be him going for the fastest lap maybe. Might be an opportunity for, yeah, this is a Red Bull soft tyres. Jens does get a 6 seconds. They have switched at Williams. Jens gets a 6-second penalty. That's going to help Ricciardo, because he's right behind him now. And yeah, Jens just struggling here. He's having a bit of struggle. Oh, Ricciardo, yeah, he's got a penalty as well. So both of them get penalties in this sequence of corners. Ricciardo, though, is getting much closer. Is Jens pulling out this rate? He's going really slowly. Something happened. He's still fighting on Jens. He might be trying to fight off Ricciardo, or he's just not really at it at the minute. He just wants to fight off. He's let his teammate go. That's sensible, to be fair. It's going to be P5 for Callum. The lead battle continues. So Reggie's lap car has been lapped now. No, Reggie's lap car has been lapped. Well, Reggie's Alpine car has been lapped. Although he is a lap car. Unfortunately for him, it's not been what he wanted. Obviously, that disconnect destroyed his race. Finsick just got a cruise in now, I'd say. We see Finsick then. Ooh, big slap. That was out of turn 15. Into 16, the Retia Posta. Now he's having a bit of snaps here, but he is just holding his car intact. Maybe he's just struggling a little bit with the RB, but he is doing nicely at the minute, just cruising. Jens has started to go fast again as Ricardo made a bit of an error or something. At the moment, the points are going to be very, very close between these teams still. 5th and 6th, that's 12, 10 points, 22. 14, 8, 22. So they're both scoring level points, Williams and Mercedes. So this Constructors' battle is surely going to continue on for the last 2 races here. Callum cruising on. 3 laps to go. Vincent going to go for a move then on lap 34. There's going to be 2 more laps after this one, so the number 7 Finn driver, that was real life Kimi Räikkönen, but now it's Finsick. He's going to try and claim a victory here. He is cruising to victory, to be fair, but he's going to go for a move on this lap. Or does he want to do it on the last one? I think Hobnob just wants to let him go, perhaps. Yeah, he does let him. As MJB is with the lap car of Reggie, getting that DRL. Callum's received the penalty as well. Oh, that's thrown oh no. That's thrown Williams into a bit of trouble. Well, the drivers might switch places. But they've got 6 seconds each. So they have the same penalties as Hump, as well as Hobnob receiving a 3-second penalty. Finsick's pushed on. They might not get this massive last lap shootout, but it is going to be celebrations starting soon. It is 13 seconds now, so it looks like MJB is going to be second. So it will just be the 1 position loss at the moment. Finsick has absolutely pelted it on this lap. He is pushed on. Hobnob maybe with a mistake somewhere. There's always a possibility, maybe. But we're now on to the final lap of this Mexican Grand Prix. Finsick takes the inside line. He did that every time he led the front of that train earlier in this race. As we are still seeing potential position changes with Williams and Mercedes. We'll keep our eye on that. Ricardo 1.2, so he will gain on at least 1 Williams. I don't think he will gain on Callum. That gap is just 4 seconds. Gap is 4 seconds. But yeah, we are going to continue to focus with the race. Oh, there might be a fight here for P9. But let's keep our eyes on the race leader, because that battle is not really kicking off yet. Finsick, he's driven absolutely brilliantly, to be fair. Just a controlled race. Good control there as well at turn 7. That's a bit funny on the grass. But yeah, Finsick, he can absolutely say, has driven a very nice race around here today. And the fireworks are about to go off here in Mexico for a driver who has performed pretty well. Yep, you can hear the fireworks there. Crackles. There are going to be more fireworks for a driver behind, but we are going to see Finsick then come across to claim his 2nd CLR race win at the Mexican Grand Prix. That's P2 at the minute for Hobnob. P3 is going to go to him, but we're now going to go on board with Hump, because he's now round around the final corners, and he is now going to cross the line to become a CLR Drivers' Champion, as Hump is now the CLR Friday Drivers' Champion. He has claimed that championship. He has avoided being outscored by 16 and 17 points respectively, and he is the world champion. You are the world champion. Well done, Hump. Absolutely brilliant season from him. P6 for Ricardo then, and beyond gains of place as well on Jens with the penalties. So Jens is P8 at the end. Absolutely fantastic finish. We are seeing that, well, that battle has happened then. Yaz did pass Karima, we'd missed that, but Yaz gains the place. Just watching everyone finish off here. Humph, absolutely amazing season. Well done, mate. Absolutely incredible stuff. You've claimed the Drivers' Championship 2 races early. Andrew, he's run out of fuel. He's run out of fuel. He's going to get that P11 still, but he's going to get to the end without fuel. He's run out of fuel. He's going incredibly slow, having a nice little parade lap around Mexico. He's going to get that P11 then to conclude the Mexican Grand Prix. We're going to headline with Humph. He has won the Drivers' Championship 2 races early. And it's a great honour with that absolutely massive championship gap. He's done it. He's done it. He's only gonna done it. And yeah. Game give Yaz driver of the day. To be fair, P9, not bad from last. I do have one driver in mind for driver of the day, but I will confirm it in a minute. I will have to get race result and the race director because we will probably be seeing some appeals. But we are going to just wait for this to come up. Hopefully it loads. Better. I'd love it to load. I need to get the race results on stream. There we go. Right, race results. Let me just get the race director as well. Incidents, like penalty appeals. I'm sure some people will be looking for that. But your headline after today's race, Finsick wins his second, podium with MJB and Hobnob, but Humph has claimed the Drivers' Championship. I'm going to say a very good performance from him as well. Callum gets P5, P6 for Ricardo, beyond P7, P8 for Jans, 9th for Karima, 10th for Yaz, Andrew 11th, Reggie 12th, and Lemmy 13th. An incredible race. I'm going to give driver of the day to Finsick today because he drove a very controlled race when others were getting penalties, and he just controlled his way to that P1. It's very nice win for Finsick from pole position, but he controlled his own, and he's only gone and done it. So then, I think the constructors are level now. P8 and P5 for Williams is 18, 6th and 4th. Yeah. No, I think Mercedes might have the lead now. We have the Drivers' Champion. Incredible stuff. Right then. I'm going to quickly conclude the stream because I need to get that championship graphic out. But we're going to review by checking out next week's itinerary. So CLR Thursday will go to Hungary, and we'll be at Australia next week. And Spa will be the final round, and Thursday races, the final round will be at Zandvoort, a home race for a lot of drivers. All right, I just want to say quickly, congratulations to the Humph on the Drivers' Championship, and congratulations to everyone. A good race today. It was a very controlled race out there, so congratulations everyone, and we'll see you next time.